everybody has a little bit of all three of those in them, everyone. Everyone likes to design a little or a lot, likes to implement a little or a lot, or execute it, and likes to maintain a little or a lot. And you can measure yourself. You know, I love to garden, and there's nothing going on in gardening the way I do it. You know, I don't design anything. I just put radishes and then lettuce and go, holy God, they're coming up. You could eat that stuff, you know. So, and all I do is weed. I mean, I just love weed. I like it to, you know, my house doesn't look that way, but if I have a garden, it's like, where are the weeds? There aren't any. I was there already, you know. So I love to, like, maintain. I don't like to maintain a car or anything else on earth, probably, but I love to maintain a garden a little, you know, a lot. But scanners are typically designers. They're idea people. And remember I said, if you have a good business idea but you don't follow through, that's not bad. That's what a CEO does. He has good ideas and he does. So I'm really glad you brought that up. How many of you feel that way? Like, oh, I can come up with a good idea or good design, but I never finish it, I never follow through. Raise your hands. Yeah, and like that's a bad thing, right? That's a gift. That's a gift. You wouldn't ask a bird to pull a plow. It's not because it's an inferior bird or a naughty bird or a lazy bird. It's just because it does other stuff, and there are animals who do that. You know, they know how to, it's their thing, you know, they know how to pull a plow. And there are people who do the things you don't like to do, and they like to do them. And they do them better than you'll ever do them on your best day, because they get a kick out of it. You assume that the people who are doing like bookkeeping hate it. They love it. I was once at a business meeting for women in business, and a woman stood up and talked about being an accountant. She said, I love being an accountant, and everybody went, you know, because people who like to start small businesses are creative. They love this, you know, the creative part of it. She said, you love being an accountant? She said, oh, I love it. She said, I was a little girl, my father was an accountant, I used to help him. So partly there's that, but she said, the truth is that I found out, my father taught me, and I found out when you do somebody's books, you know everything about them. It's their autobiography. You know if they're having an affair, where did they buy a nightgown, and where did, you know everything about what they want, what they dream, you know their values, what's important to them. In those days, they like had checks, and you had to look through the checks and write them in. She said, it's like reading a novel to do somebody's taxes. And I thought, holy cow, holy cow, accounting. I thought that was what you had to do if you'd been bad, you know, and that was your punishment. She loved it. And I had someone else, I think it's in one of my books, who said, I just didn't know what I wanted. I couldn't figure out what I wanted. She said, and suddenly I realized I saw numbers and my fingers flying on an adding machine. And she said, and I was so happy. I went, oh, I've never heard that dream before. And she said, I love bookkeeping. I love accounting. I'm going back to school. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I thought, well, that's a new one.